Hi, everybody. It's Robin Da Vinci, and I want to share with you a quiz I created. It's pretty short, and I created it after watching YouTube and seeing all the wonderful quizzes on YouTube about music, science, medicine, geography, history, uh, US presidents. I had so much fun doing it that I had created a quiz in my book, the Common Sense Guidebook to Mastering Your Money. I had created a quiz in there. It's a shortened version of the one that's on my website, robindavinci.com. So, what I wanted to do was kind of do this quiz with you and see how you do. Now, I want to explain in advance that this quiz is geared toward your money management, but in general, I have a larger quiz that believes some of your other behaviors indicate how well you manage your money. Somebody who might not return their card at the grocery store and leave it just sitting next to a car for it to roll away or hit somebody might not be so good with their money if they can't even move their cart back into the corral or take it back to the store. So there's a lot of little things we do every day that you might start recognizing that makes you not handle your money very well. They're all behaviors that go together. And so I'm going to tap into the top 10 questions about your inner bookkeeper and see how well you're doing. It is 2 points for the right answer if you pick A, 1 point for B, and 0 for C. But what I'm asking you to do in this quiz is please tell the truth. Tell the truth. Make sure that you're saying the truth about yourself so that you can maybe improve. Okay, so the first question is, or the first statement is, I keep and store my receipts for expenses either paper or paperless. So that means when you go buy something, you buy something online, you go to the ATM, you buy something at a local store for cash, that you keep the receipt. So do you always keep the receipt? That's A. B, do you keep the receipt when you feel it might be a big ticket item or it's really necessary to keep the receipt? Or C, you just never keep your receipts? Okay, I'm going to give you some of the background for why this question is important. If you are in an audit and you have taken something on your tax return that does not have backup, they will disregard that expense. If you feel like it's only when it's necessary, you may be missing something that is necessary. And if it's never, I don't know what to say to you other than get an envelope, put the word receipts on it and the month, and stick them in the envelope, but keep them. For this question, the best answer is always, and I match them up to my credit cards or bank statements. So remember that. So if you keep your receipts and then you get your bank statement, you can match up everything that you've done. That means your inner bookkeeper is really working hard. So let's go to question 2. Question 2. In case of a lost or stolen wallet with my ID cards and credit cards, in other words, that's a statement, I have copies of all of them, both front and back, for easy identification. I have the numbers stored somewhere so I can reference them. And C, I don't do either A or B. I do neither. So you can tell by this what the importance of that is. If you have copies of everything front and back for easy identification, that means you can call everybody, alert them to the fraud or alert them to the stolen wallet or the lost wallet, and get it on track as quickly as you can. If you have the numbers stored somewhere, as B says, so you can reference them, that's also good. That's probably not as detailed as you need, but at least you have the numbers stored. If it's C, I am hoping upon hope that you never, ever, ever lose your wallet or have it stolen. Because if you don't have the number stored somewhere else, it's going to be really difficult to go through and stop this before it gets crazy. Now, everybody is under the impression that a credit card company or a bank has to reimburse you if it's fraud, but they do investigations. And if they can't come up with something to prove it was stolen or it was fraud, they can't always help you. So don't just assume that if someone steals money out of your account or takes your credit cards, that you will automatically be reimbursed for those items. It's not always true. Okay, statement number 3. I keep saying question, but statement number 3. I check my bank accounts and credit card activity. A, pretty much every day. B, once in a while, but at least once a month. And C, if I am forced to because of a problem. Hey, I recommend taking 15 minutes out of every day and checking your bank accounts and credit card activity. Almost everybody is online. And if you're not online, get online. I have opinions about auto debits and stuff that we have to talk about in another place, but pretty much every day you should be checking your bank accounts and credit card activity to make sure that they are valid charges. Once in a while, but at least once per month is darn good and pretty awesome. But if you only do it because of a problem, then you're losing track of your money pretty easily. Statement 4, I understand and review my credit report. Oh my goodness, do you know how many people don't even know what their credit report says and they've never checked on it? By law, you get one free one a year. I encourage you to go get that free credit report. So, routinely, you should check your credit report and you should sign up for somebody who alerts you to changes to your credit report in case someone has stolen your identity and is charging things. I have a friend whose identity was stolen and someone bought a house and then the house was foreclosed on and it took her 7 years to fix her credit, even though it wasn't her fault. Be yearly. Yearly's not bad, don't get me wrong, but you should at least really check it routinely and be on an app that alerts you to changes. If C is only when I'm forced to because of a problem, that means your credit report has gotten away with you. To be clear, 750 or above is a good credit score. 800 or above is a really good credit score. And 850 is the goal. Most of us don't have an 850 credit report because of the way credit reports work. I can do that in another show. Okay, next, question 5. Statement 5. I can easily identify every item charged on my debit or credit cards. A, yes, I check them regularly and can identify them. And if you go back to another question, you actually have the backup to match up with them. B, I check them occasionally, but have to do some digging to remember some of them. That's not terrible. C, no, because I do not review the charges. Okay, C is not a great answer. If you answered C, you need to be able to move up to B or A pretty soon here. So statement 6, keeping and paying for insurance coverages is A, important, and I have all areas of my life covered and in order. B, difficult because I make sure I have what is required. C, too expensive and I worry that I'm not covered correctly. It is really important that you have the areas of your life covered by insurance. That means auto, medical, renter's insurance or mortgage insurance, and possibly a life insurance if you have a young family and if something happened to you, they wouldn't be covered otherwise. So, A, obviously, you have everything covered. B, difficult, but you have what is required. And C, it's too expensive and I'm not covered correctly. We want to be able to be at least B and more importantly, A, so that you're covered for everything. Statement 7, I set a time aside to review and manage my money. A, at least weekly. B, at least once per month. C, rarely because I have no time. Time management is one of the most important things when it comes to tracking your money. So, at least weekly is damn good. B, once per month, I applaud that. C, rarely, I have to say you need to get going on this and at least get it into your once a month routine or weekly. I always suggest that you take 15 minutes a day and check what you did with your money that day. Really review, did I take cash out? Did I buy things with cash? Did I charge two things? And make sure you follow through and track, did they get to the credit card, and look at all of that. So that's really, really important. 8, the statement for number 8. When I start a project for my finances or other related projects, A, follow through quickly and complete them. B, procrastinate a bit but finish within a reasonable time. C, cannot seem to finish them and feel guilty. I am here to help you not feel guilty. When you tap into your inner bookkeeper, it will release a lot of pressure off your shoulders and sort of get the cobwebs out of your head. Um, Procrastinating about money is pretty common, but if you get it done within a reasonable time, you're still tapping into your bookkeeper. But following through quickly and completing them gets it off your shoulders, out of your space, and you can go on to other things. So when you start a project for finances, like balancing your checkbook or recording your expenses or categorizing your income or seeing where everything went, it's really good to follow through quickly and complete them, because otherwise you forget. Nobody goes, oh, wow, let me go run and do my finance project. People aren't that enthusiastic, so you have to be careful. Enthusiasm for this is not required, but I think if you start to really look at your finances, you'll get more enthusiasm. So let's look at statement 9. Statement 9. I read or watch self-help and or inspirational topics relevant to money management. So those inspirational topics relevant to money management, they're helpful. They're helpful. I'm one of them. So A, frequently, and they help motivate me. B, once in a while, and I find them useful. Or C, rarely. They are not necessary or helpful. I don't think C is a completely wrong answer here, because sometimes if you're already good with your money, you don't need to watch self help or inspirational topics. But if you're not good with your money and staying connected to your cash, and you're not watching these, then C isn't such a great answer. But if you're great with your money, then C is a good answer. But frequently, and they help motivate me, is good, because motivation is what we need to tackle things in our life that we don't really like. And once in a while, if you find them useful, that's really cool too. Once in a while, getting online, hearing about these kind of things and finding them useful is pretty cool. So A is good, B is good, and C is good. C is good if you're good with your money. Okay, 10. My money, my finances. My money, my finances challenge me, but I enjoy the process and the results. Wow, good for you, because that means your inner bookkeeper is really on target and in gear. B, scare me, but I get through them because they are important. I think B is pretty common. You get a little bit afraid to look at your money and see that you're down to your last 100 or 200 and you're not sure what you're going to do. I was there during my divorce, when I had 3 little children, and honestly, looking at my bank accounts, and it wasn't easy like it is now, was very traumatic sometimes, because I was very frightened. And I know when I was growing up, my mom was very frightened because we didn't have a lot of money. C, worry me because I feel disconnected from them and struggle to understand them. Okay, this is where I want to help in the future. If C is your answer, worry me because I feel disconnected from them and struggle to understand them, I want to help. That's why I'm here. Scare me, that's pretty common. Challenge me, but I enjoy the process. If you are an A, you are pretty much in control and enjoy your inner bookkeeper. So A is a really, really positive answer. B is a really normal answer. And C is really common. And I urge you to get more connected and not to struggle. Um, Understanding them is something I want to help you do. So there's my top 10 quiz statements, and A's are 2 points, B's are 1 point and C's are 0 points, except in that question number 9, where rarely, if you get twos on all the other questions, rarely is okay to do. If rarely is a positive thing for you because you already are in touch with all of that and you don't need inspirational things, then on question or statement 9, a C answer is pretty great. So anyway, 14 to 20 points, your inner bookkeeper is alive and well and waiting to burst on the scene. 7 to 13 points, you have the skills, but you are resisting jumping in with both feet and really tackling those issues. And 0 to 6 points, I think you're a bit blocked and you need to acknowledge you have work to do and dig deeper. So if you really get 0 to 6 points and that means you're neglecting your money, then really I encourage you to start with small things and go to my website, Robin Da Vinci, or my channel, or you can buy my book, which is the Common Sense Guidebook to Mastering Your Money. It is available on Amazon. And honestly, it gives you pointers about tackling those fears every day in your life. And it gives you a way of really checking out where you are in your money management. Money management really will give you peace of mind. I mean it. So do take the quiz. I look forward to seeing your responses or your questions. You can subscribe and like to my channel, but please enjoy this little quiz because it's the most important topic that you will face when you are trying to manage your money. It is the most important topic. How are you using your time and what are your fears? Those are so extremely important. Thank you.